Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here, then
when do you
let's
take
see
5-hour
if we can
energy?
get the comments
When I'm
going
on the
on
night shift.
here. I think I have my volume up. Ugh. Let me get my headphones on here, and we are going to start the live stream up. Okay.
And they have more energy than I do.
Oh, that's so silly. Okay. Let's see. Why can't I get my comments here? Hello, Matthew. How's it going, guys? There we go. Now I can pop it out. Let's see. Why can't I get my comments? Okay, we're not going to play that on loop. Alrighty. So I have my comments page right here. There we are. Hello, everyone. How's it going? So we're going to get... Well, for those of you who have not realized it yet, what I'm doing today is I am going to be going through the process that I do to edit a video. And I figured that you guys have asked about this so much that I might as well just do a live stream and kind of capture the whole thing. So first thing you need, some coffee. I just got this on the way home from school, and it does the trick. I was feeling a little down, a little tired. Pick me right on up. Okay, so let me bring this over here. We are not going to worry about this for right now. Why don't we close that, close that. Let's go on Facebook and share this link. What is the link? Copy. Und paste. Okay, and then we'll go to Twitter and do the same thing. Alright. Yes, this is going to be Nasus. I'm going to be making Nasus commentary in front of you all, so for those of you who are here, you'll get a sneak peek. He's going to be the next champion that I release a guide of, and I am on a mission. I'm going to try and release a guide for every champion in League of Legends by the end of 2012, so that is my goal. It's a bit lofty, but we'll see if we can do it. I'm going to have a lot of crazy stuff to be working with in terms of my playstyle and all that kinds of great stuff. So let me pause the stream here, and so that I don't see it. I'm not pausing it for you guys. I'm just pausing it for myself because I don't want the lag, Tauba lag, to get all over me. Okay, so you guys see my mouse here. I'm going to move these onto my USA screen. Not into my Internet Explorer. Let's do that. So it's out of the way. Okay, so let me go to my footage here. Alright, so here's a bunch of Minecraft footage. You guys don't get to see that yet. No, you don't. Actually, we'll give you a little sneak peek here. What's a good one? What's a good one? That's a good one. There, let's give you a little sneak peek of Minecraft. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. In the last episode, I showed you all of the plunder that we had gotten from that, oh yeah? Well, from that amazing little underground mining cavern. Oh, you don't get to see what we found, though, but we found another abandoned mineshaft, and there was fat loot inside, so I got, well, yeah, I won't tell you guys, I won't waste it, but... Mr. Santa, you better pay up those Thin Mints, I'm not even kidding. You send me a personal YouTube message, I will give you my address, and you're sending me those. Because I made one. I have the footage. I'll show you the footage here. But anyways, we're going to go into here. You see I have my Tristana footage, Nasus, Soraka I don't need anymore, so I can delete that. Mundo I made. It's done. There is some Road to a Higher Yellow footage here, but we're not going to post that yet. Here's my Evelyn footage. You want to see... I don't know what's on this one.
Sure.
Well, that's where I'm 2-0, but we'll do that another time. Okay, so anyways, we're going into my folder, my video folder. Bandicam is what I use to record. This is kind of where I keep the raw footage before I take it into my other files that I use for the final product. Hello everyone that is joining me now. Hey MDiggs, what's up? Alright, so we're going to go to my Nasus commentary, as you can see here.
Call out. I'm about...
Just a regular Nasus commentary. I went, what did I end up going? 5, 2, and 16.
Need minion.
And as you can hear over it, there's actually Dylan and Matt and I were in a live comm. I didn't record my voice though accidentally, so I can't use it as a live commentary. Not that I want to, because I'm going to use it as a regular one. So here's the footage. But before we use the footage for anything, we're gonna drag it over here because I'm going to be using it. But before we do that, I have to make all those abilities that go in the beginning of the video. So, for instance, okay, let's go to my channel and we'll just watch the beginning of my Soraka guide. Yep. Okay, so in the beginning of these videos, besides my intro, stupid ads.
Bored with your one trick.
I get annoyed too. Don't worry, guys. But it's required if I'm with Machinima, and I am. This is just catered to me. This is what I Google all day long. Alrighty then. Cover girl, that's me. Okay. So what we're trying to make is these little tool tips for the abilities. 500 people watching me right now? What the F? Yeah, like the video so I actually know, because I don't believe that. I do not believe 500 people are watching me right now. Because I've only had like 200 max peak occurrence. That's when I'm playing League of Legends, and this has got to be more boring than League of Legends. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys why I had to make that new one, because if you'll recall, last time in my, Jax commentary and Warwick jungle commentary, what I ended up doing was using just the old ability panel. You get to click the abilities, it would come up with a little tooltip. And why would you get ad blocker? Ad blocker's so okay. I have ad blocker too. You see, it was up in my Chrome, but I have it turned off, whitelisted for YouTube, because it's how people make their living. And why would you want to take away from people's livelihood? I mean, those big companies, whatever, they can go screw themselves. But I like how small the community is in YouTube in terms of like how there's like mom and pop channels almost, like just individual channels. So I don't want to block their ads, especially the ones who aren't like with a big partnership. Okay, so anyways, here's my ELO. You guys want to see my ELO after I played a few games with Dylan? Yeah, 1109. If you can tell, I lost every game. They were terrible. Okay, so anyways, where am I going? Right, Nasus. So, if you guys will recall, in the past they had abilities where it wasn't like this. You didn't get to watch a cutesy little video. It's kind of dumb. I don't like how they did it now, but nonetheless, they changed it. So now we have this little tip thing down here. The picture's all the way up here, and there's no really like all-in-one package for the description. Okay. About is my keyword. There will be 500 people. I'm just reading the comments real quick, checking how you guys are doing. Okay. So, anyways, basically what we have is these 5 abilities, and I was trying to kind of think of what I could do. And for my thumbnail, I have the picture of the champion behind it, and then the commentary and his name and the little microphone. So I figured, why not do the same thing for this? So I'm going to open up Photoshop on my other monitor here, and I'll pull it over so you guys can actually see what's going on. I'm also going to open up Bandicam. Okay, so here's Bandicam, right? I am going to target rectangle on a screen, right? So here's the rectangle. Size, custom size. This is what I use to record the rune pages. Okay, it's 1157 by 651. It's a ratio of 1280 by 720, and pretty much it just allows the kind of perfect width and height around the rune page and mastery page to give it a really good look in the video. But that's not what we're using right now. I'm going to minimize that, and what we're doing right now is we're going to capture this in a nice little area there. Okay, you can do this with any screen cap software pretty much. So I have the border on there, I have his passive highlighted, and in Photoshop what I've done is I've made a handy little template for myself. This is just under I have a whole Photoshop files template, and then I go into League of Legends, champion skills template. So as you can see here, me go zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I have this template and I have all these guides in here. And if you don't know how to make guides, you in essence click here and drag down, it'll make a guide. Just click on the rulers and drag over. And it kind of gives me a grid like you can see where I put everything. So here's a little picture. Here is the text where I say when I level it up. And here is the skill tip that I'm going to get from my little League of Legends over here. So we're going to collect all these parts first, right? So let me go to Google again. Okay. And we're just going to search Nasus League of Legends and find one that's semi-large. Yeah, we'll do that. So there we go. Save image as Nasus Splash, sounds good to me. I'm going to put that over here. Photoshop right there. And I'm going to, I usually do this on 2 monitors so it's not so cluttered, but okay, so we're going to kind of delete all this stuff. Infected Cleaver does not need to be there. I just took off a little picture. Dr. Mundo, the background doesn't need to be there. And that doesn't need to be there. So we in essence have a little empty file here, right? I'm going to drag this over. You can do this from your downloads folder too. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm just going to resize. Let me move this out of the way for a second. And then I'm just going to resize it. So it'll kind of automatically snap to the edges there. All right. We have our little Nasus man. And what I'm going to do is, next we need these skills. So we're going to close that out. Actually, no, not really. We're going to go to, I think Solo Mid is where I got the pictures from. Actually, I think he was one of the featured guides as well. Down here, we'll go for a related, or is this it? I think this is it, actually.
Johnson's, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Ads.
Put the Silverado up front.
Ad block is supposed to be stopping that one. I don't really care about this one.
And Bingo was his name.
Oh, good internet for the win. Okay, so here's where alright, we're going to wait for this to finish.
From work site to home front, Chevy runs deep.
I have missed you, Dan. I've missed you a lot, buddy. Okay, so the ad is done. Here we go. We have all these pictures here, right? So I'm going to right-click, Save As. We'll just save that as passive. Save As. That's its Q. Save as Q. Wither. Save As. W. Spirit Fire. Save as E. And Fury of the Sands. Save as R. So now we have all of his abilities here. And then when I expand it, it has its full screen. All we need right now is... We'll just open the downloads folder here. Porn. Just kidding. Okay. So, like you can see there, that's a little square where the ability goes. I'm going to go and pull my passive in. Hello? Oh. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Nope. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, right, I have to place it. Okay, we're going to place the file. Right. Okay, now we'll pull it in. Bam. So I have my passive in there. This, you can lock it like that so the aspect ratio stays the same. Pull it out. It's a little bit blurry right now, but as you'll see in a second, when I place it, there we go. It gets a little bit more clear. Now we need the little background here, the little image from it. So we're going to minimize that. I don't need this for right now. Here's the background. So let's grab this, plonk it right there, take a little screenshot, go to my videos, and it should be this one right here. So let's check and make sure that's the one, Soul Eater. There it is. Now we're going to open up Photoshop again, go back to this, drag in that Bandicam file, and once again I'm going to lock the ratios just to make sure that everything stays nice and even, so the text isn't all off. Drop it into that box there, place it. Now if you'll notice, it actually disappeared, this little P, and that's because it's not on the layer above it, so I just have to kind of move that up. And then this also needs to get moved up. So Soul Eater is your passive. You don't have to level it up at all. So I'm going to go in here, edit the text, and I just say, a little thing about it. Makes him super durable as top solo. Okay, and then that'll give me kind of a talking point to talk about when I'm going through the abilities. Now, lucky for you all, prior to today... Oh, is it not working? Is it not working? Thank you, Matthew, for reminding people to like it. I can't tell if it's working or not. Hopefully it is. I'm getting a severe lack of comments. Okay, I'm gonna say it's working. We're gonna keep going because no one's commenting otherwise. So we're done with this, and in fact, that is all that is to it. You just do this for every single file. You're pretty much going to make the background, and you can do this for any game. You know, Call of Duty, if you want a thumbnail, you put the Call of Duty in the background, make some text over it, make it look really pretty. And this is what I do for every single ability. Now, lucky for you guys, we're going to cancel that. What I've actually done is, let's close this, or actually minimize it for now. What I have done, if I can get it to open here, is I've already made them. Okay, so I have all my stuff here. We're going to drag this out to here. That's all my screenshots and whatnot. Now these, I'll show you how to get these off of the screen here as well. Okay, so here's my Bandicam. My target page is right here. Okay, I can see the comments again. Delightful. And as you remember, my size, I'm going to go to custom. 1157 by 651 is what I use. So I pop that in. It saves your custom. I cut off a little bit of the top and bottom, but get it pretty much centered there. Go to my runes, take a picture. Go to my masteries, take a picture, and it's good to go. And then that's where you get these pictures from. Okay, so that pretty much establishes where I get all the early stuff from. I'm going to go ahead and close out a Bandicam. As well as, I'll leave League of Legends open, why not? Now we're going to get into the actual editing. Okay, so the first thing to do is to make your intro. And to do that, I have to pull in my intro file, I pull in my outro file and my outro music at the same time just because it makes everything easier. Here's all the test files. I don't know why it puts bird baths in there, but whatever, we're going to delete that. Now we're going to import media files, okay? Go to, it's already on my intro page from when I did my Soraka. So we have intro, not my Let's Play, but let's do the previous playlist outro and my outro music. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so we have the outro music. We're going to put the intro in there. And next, we're going to import some files from the desktop. So that's where I stuck everything. We're going to simply, bam, like, there we go. Open all those. And here's all my NASA stuff. So there's the commentary. I don't want to put that in yet because I want to do my whole intro. So we've got the intro so far. No, I don't want to play it. Let's play it down here. There we go. Okay, intro file. Intro file's good. Someone text me. Oh! 4 messages. Something's terrible. Oh, it's just Bernadette being sweet. Okay, so, anyhow, back to the matter at hand. That's my commentary right there. And let me... I did find the music. I found it on copyrightfreedubstep.com or something like that. It's called Synthy Dubstep. I have the link in all my descriptions of the videos that use it, so you can go there if you want to find that dubstep, and it allows you to remix it and everything like that. Okay, so we're going to go and find our passive Soul Eater, okay? And there that is. And it takes me probably about 30 seconds to talk about something. If not 30 seconds, then a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. Next is his Q, Siphoning Strike, so I'm going to plunk that in there. And this is where the actual magic starts to happen, because where's my, what is his next one? Is it Wither? Yeah, it's Wither. W. That is E. Oh! 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 Ooh! There we go. Just make that about the same. Fury of the Sands goes there. And then we do runes. And then we do masteries. Now what I like to do is, while I'm doing the commentary, you know, I have the skills pretty much here, but if I'm talking about one of the skills while it's recording and it's going over it, and then I'm about to say something about it and I'm reading off the screen, bam, it comes off and I can't see it. So what I do is I hold up League of Legends over here on my other screen, right? And I have well, I do it on this screen when I'm not recording, but I want you guys to be able to see it record. But what I do is I have this on the abilities, and you guys can't hear the mouse right now, right? I mean, it's my silent mouse. I use it when I'm doing commentaries, and basically I keep this on it so that when I start talking about the next one, I go here and I click there. Whenever I'm ready, click there, click there, click there. That way I don't have to be in sync with what's necessarily on the timeline, and it lets me talk about stuff however long I need to, because I don't want to rush myself and not give you guys enough information. So I leave that there, and then I also actually open up these, because when I get to that part, I want to be able to click into these and talk about them for as long as I want, and they are not necessarily as easily accessible as these all are on the same page. Okay, so it's a lot of stuff to take in at once, I realize that, but you can always remember, watch this back if you don't kind of get everything the first time around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on a dual preview, right, on my other monitor. So now I have this big blown up picture on my other monitor. This is the most crucial part of a commentary. And you guys don't know how much work is put into a video probably, because some of you guys are like, oh, put out a video every day. It doesn't work like that. You know, I've already been doing this stream for roughly 20 minutes, and we haven't even started editing the footage yet. And if I had done each one of these skill pages, that takes about an hour. Okay, because I did them for 4 champions, so let's say 15 minutes to do all those skill pages. So it takes a while to do those. But what I was getting to the point of is, this is the most crucial part of a commentary, because this is where any of you guys who are listening to me, I mean, you know, you like my personality, right? And whether I started the video off saying, you know, I'm going to go kill babies, or I'm going to go stop the next Hitler from massacring millions of people, okay? You guys wouldn't care. You would be like, oh, he's a really cool guy. I'm just going to listen to his commentary. But if I'm starting out with someone who has never seen my videos before, if they're searching a Nasus guide and they come across my guide and they want to know whether I'm a commentator they want to listen to, they want me to be confident, to know what I'm talking about, not to stumble over myself, to have really good volume and really good vocal clarity. Also, to have a good format like this helps because it's very appealing to watch. I mean, even though these are just stills, it kind of gives you something to constantly look at, be it, you know, the background or the icon or my comments when you level them up, all that kind of stuff. It kind of keeps your mind working the entire time. In the future, I may do a different skin on each ability. I don't know. It just kind of depends on the feedback that I get. But anyways, so this, I probably will do it about 10 or 11 times because I can never get it right or the way that I want it to be. And even when I get it right, there's always stuff I want to change, but sometimes you just have to drop it and not be such a perfectionist and let it go. And I've kind of tried to help myself realize that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I got my League of Legends here. Got this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this over onto my other monitor so I can just look at the abilities there. Come on. And I'll also look at these on my other monitor. You guys are getting to see the magic happen right here. This is basically what goes down every time before a commentary. Pull down my boom. Pop filter adjustment. Mic adjustment. go. Alright, so I want to make sure that nothing specific is selected. I want to get it right after that intro so that I can have a strong intro coming into it. Then I'm going to go to mic. Okay, you can see the pickup's really good on it right now. And when there's nothing going on, that volume is at 0, and which is what you want. Fans on low, so if it was on high, I usually turn it down, but don't need to worry about it right now. Okay, so there's no other tracks, so I don't need to worry about muting all of the tracks, but I am just going to go ahead and give it a first shot. It probably won't be the one that I use, but it's a good way to kind of break it in, and if I'm forgetting an ability, then I'll know what I'm going to say about it. Okay. Oops, I need to just take this off right now and minimize you guys. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a guide with Nasus. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. The intro's got to be so strong, you got to have no doubts, you got to have no apprehension, and I just hesitated. So let's see. All right. Legend Commentaries here, bringing you today a guide featuring Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. Before we get into the gameplay footage, I want to be there. Okay. All right. I got it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and today I'm bringing you a guide with Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. Before I get into the gameplay footage, we're going to go through his abilities very quickly, and I'm going to start with his passive, Soul Eater. What this does is it gives him bonus lifesteal, making him a huge asset to the solo top lane. That's what I'm going to be playing in this game, and that's what I'd really recommend you play Nasus as. Next ability is Siphoning Strike. It's his Q, and it's farmed up really well in conjunction with minion kills. Every time that you kill an enemy with Siphoning Strike, it'll increase the damage that it does on the next Siphoning Strike. So by the mid-game, you can be hitting carries for half their health, you can be completely decimating their team, and that's why you want to prioritize this first, leveling up at 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. His next ability, Wither, is cast on any enemy champion, and what it'll do is slow their movement speed and attack speed over time. So at the very beginning it won't be a huge difference, but by the end if you're chasing the enemy, you'll have no problem keeping up with them, casting Spirit Fire to reduce their Magic Pen and armor, and... damn it, messed up Spirit Fire. It's alright, it's alright. Alright, let's delete that one. What are you guys saying right now? Yeah, you guys are seeing a look into the magic right here. But I'm not, like, you guys may think that I'm, like, you know, nervous or something, but this is what I do every time. I get, like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds through, a minute through, and then I'm just like, nah, because in the long run, if this took me 30 minutes and I had a really badass intro, it wouldn't matter, because, you know, I want a good product. Okay, so let's do it one more time. So what does Spirit Fire do here? Let's see. Dealing damage in just armor, not magic. Resist, okay. And then Fury of the Sands. I kind of messed up Siphoning Strike too. And then we have his first ability, his Q, Siphoning Strike, where you deal damage, and if you slay an enemy, you'll increase the damage of any future Siphoning Strike, allowing you to, in the mid-game, allowing you to hit carries, easily hit carries for half their health in the mid to late game, and decimate an enemy team. Okay, alright. So starting with passive again. Here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and I'm bringing you today a guide with Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. Before we get into the gameplay footage, I'm going to be running through his abilities here, starting with his passive, Soul Eater. Soul Eater is an amazing passive. God, it's alright. Let's do it again. Messed up a little bit. Can't hesitate. Can't do it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and I'm bringing you today a guide with Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. Before I get into the gameplay footage, we're going to be going over his abilities very quickly, first starting with his passive, Soul Eater. What Soul Eater does is it increases your lifesteal, making him a very, very viable solo top, and really the only position that I would recommend playing Nasus as. This, in conjunction with his Q, Siphoning Strike, gives you really great sustain. Siphoning Strike also will increase damage upon a slaying an... Oh man. You guys don't think I do this with myself, but I do worse things. The whip. hitting my back over and over again. And if you guys are like, well, I'm not going to sit here for 30 minutes and watch him do this, feel free not to. I mean, I'm actually doing a commentary and showing you guys what I go through to actually get a really good one with good quality. But it doesn't do this the whole way through. When I get into the actual commentary, after I've edited the footage, I know what's coming up. I kind of practice what I'm going to say as I edit. And then when I'm actually doing the editing, it's very quick, to the point. I know what I'm going to say, and if I mess up, it's not a big deal. In the actual commentary, people are going to be watching the footage, paying attention to the strategy that I'm using, more so than any nuances in my speech. But in the intro, all they have is what they're hearing from me and what they're seeing on the screen. So I'm going to go turn off this fan real quick. But yeah, you guys may think I'm just like, naturally just sit down, 15 minutes and I'm done. It's quite a bit more than that. Okay, let's see. Now, see, I tried writing a script and it sounds too fake. If I don't use a script, it sounds more like we're just friends talking, which is what I want. I mean, we're all friends here. I just want to be... I imagine that this mic is just someone that I'm chilling with, like Dylan, Matt, just talking to them about something. That's why it sounds very almost over-the-top cheesy, but kind of cool. That's kind of the feel I'm going for, and it seems to be working so far. Yes, I do this every vid. Not for live comms, of course. Not for Minecraft live comms, but for every video where I go back over and do commentary on skills or have an intro like this where I need to nail it. Yes, I am a perfectionist, and it's a flaw. Well, not a flaw, but it's a flaw when I'm commentating. Okay, here we go. Let's do another take. Have some time to relax here. Hotcakes, you're so silly. Actually, that was Matthew, wasn't it? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and I'm bringing you today a guide featuring Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. We're going to go through the gameplay. No, we're going to go through the gameplay. Whoa, we're not going through the gameplay yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, bringing you today a guide with Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. Before we get into the gameplay footage, I'm going to go through his abilities very quickly, starting with his passive, Soul Eater. What Soul Eater does is give you bonus lifesteal, and this makes him a super viable solo top lane, which is really the only position that I would recommend taking with Nasus. Now we get into his main abilities, starting with his Q, Siphoning Strike. This will increase in damage for every slain minion that you hit. So last hits are super important on Nasus, and if you last hit effectively and get your farm up early game, then by late game you'll be hitting carries for half their health and decimating the enemy team. This also stacks really well with your passive because the lifesteal is going to allow you to have a great sustain early game and be able to stay in lane against almost any opponent. His next ability is Wither. It's your W, and you cast it on an enemy champion. In the beginning, it won't seem like much, but as you... hesitated, can't do it. That was going so well, too. It's alright. Now I'm getting it down. See, you can kind of tell, like, as you go through, now the opening, no problem for the most part. First skill, got it down. Now it's on the W, then it'll be the E, then it'll be the R. Runes and Masteries I can usually do in one take, but skills, you gotta get it good. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, bringing you today a guide with Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. Before I get into the gameplay footage, we're going to go through the abilities very quickly, starting with his passive, Soul Eater. Soul Eater grants Nasus bonus lifesteal, which gives you great sustain early game, and allows him a very viable role as a top solo. And it's really the only role that I'd recommend you play as Nasus. His first active ability is Siphoning Strike, his Q. Upon activation, it'll give your weapon some bonus damage, and if you kill something while you're using that bonus damage, then the bonus damage of the next attack will be increased. This makes it really important to farm very early game on Nasus. Very early game. That's a new phrase. Ah, man. I could do one at a time, but every time I do that, it sounds very splicey, and I don't know, it doesn't flow as well. I did that on my I don't remember what video it was, but I didn't like how it sounds, and I guess it has that kind of like different volume, because if I move away a little bit in the next ability, or if I move closer, then it sounds a little bit different. I can't deal with it, and I know this kind of seems weird in a live stream. Second, there we go. I know it kind of seems weird in a live stream for me to be like doing this over and over and over again, but you know, it's just what I do, and I said I would go through an entire video making the commentary with you, and I'm going to do it. Alright, here we go. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Legend Commentary is here, and I'm bringing you today a game with Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. I'm going to get into the gameplay footage shortly, but first we're going to go through his abilities. His passive is Soul Eater, an ability that gives Nasus bonus lifesteal and makes him a very viable top solo lane, and it's really the only lane that I would recommend playing Nasus as in a 5v5. His first active ability is Siphoning Strike, and upon activation it'll grant your weapon some bonus damage. If you kill something with Siphoning Strike, it'll increase that bonus damage for the next Siphoning Strike, allowing you to in essence create a snowball effect for free. If you farm up really well early game, this can cause you to decimate the team late game by taking down half of a carry's health with one hit. Next you have his W spell, Wither, and upon casting this on an enemy, it won't seem like much at first, but over time it will slow down their movement and attack speeds, and it will let them be caught up by your team. Man. Let's see how this would, let's see how it would sound here. He is Siphoning Strike, and upon activation it'll grant your weapon some bonus damage. If you kill something with Siphoning Strike, it'll increase that bonus damage for the next Siphoning Strike, allowing you to in essence create a snowball effect for free. If you farm up really well early game, this can cause you to decimate the team late game by taking down half of a carry's health with one hit. Alright, so let's split it there. Right about there. We'll try it. See what it sounds like. His next ability is Wither, a skill that when cast upon an enemy champion will slow their movement and attack speeds over time. This may not seem like much at first, but over a few seconds your entire team can catch up to one champion and completely turn the tides of a team battle. Next up we have Spirit Fire, his E. It's an AoE casting effect that scales with AP and will reduce the armor of enemies who stand on it. The damage isn't so much a big deal, but you do want to use that armor in team fights to help your team to do the maximum damage possible. His ultimate is Fury of the Sands, and upon activation it will increase your health and drain nearby enemies' max health. It will also convert that max health that's drained into additional damage for yourself. This makes you a huge asset in team fights, and you need to make sure that you're always in position to help your team in those 5v5 confrontations. By having your ultimate active, you can in essence tank their entire team for an unlimited amount of time, using Siphoning Strike and Soul Eater your passive to stay alive for the entire duration. For my runes, I tried to go for a very defensive build, going all the way down 21 points in that tree, getting the reduced damage. I also go into utility to get the movement speed, to increase my harass ability early game, and create a better movement to use my ultimate in team fights late game. For my masteries, damn it, messed it up. Oh, I said runes and then went over my masteries. Let's see how that sounded though. Early game, this can cause you to decimate the team late game by taking down half of a carry's health with one hit. His next ability is Wither, a skill that when cast upon an enemy champion will slow their movement and attack speeds over time. This may not seem like much at first, but over a few seconds your entire team can catch up to one champion and completely turn the tides of a team battle. Next up we have Spirit Fire, his E. It's an AoE casting effect that scales with AP and will reduce the armor of enemies who stand on it. The damage isn't so much a big deal, but you do want to use that armor in team fights to help your team to do the maximum damage possible. His ultimate is Fury of the Sands, and upon activation it will increase your health and drain nearby enemies' max health. It will also convert that max health that's drained into additional damage for yourself. This makes you a huge asset in team fights, and you need to make sure that you're always in position to help your team in those 5v5 confrontations. By having your ultimate active, you can in essence tank their entire team for an unlimited amount of time using Siphoning Strike and Soul Eater your passive to stay alive for the entire duration. For my runes. Okay, alright. Hey, whoever said to try that again, I haven't done it since, yeah, cheeky? Bam. I got a new style. Because, okay, I have a reason, though, for not wanting to do that, and it's because I didn't always have this. This is my second commentary since I've gotten this, and apparently the pop filter makes it a little bit better. Having the boom on my, pretty much my mouth level makes it a lot better, because I used to have it talking down to here, and if I angled my mouth at all it would change, but here it's very much right in front of me, and it seems to be working okay. So, I mean, what do you guys... Digidestined, I'm not wearing the Mickey Mouse hat. Will you stop saying that in every freaking live comm? I see your comments. I read them. I see you spamming it. I'm just not going to. Okay? Alright? Love you, buddy, but just... shh. Yeah, Mr. Santa, I don't actually go into what levels I get it at in this intro. If you'll notice in my Soraka and Mundo, I don't really do that because I go into that in the game. And, you know, I do it that way because people can go back into the video and watch the specific abilities and see when they level it up, but they don't necessarily have to listen to me because, let's face it, it's going to go right over their head, and then in the game they're going to want the explanation anyways. So this is more for a textual kind of record-based thing. Am I a banana? I think I am a banana. Okay. Let's see here. So, okay, I keep thinking it went south right around enemies who stand on it. The damage isn't so much a big deal, but you do want to use that armor in team fights to help your team to do the maximum damage possible. His ultimate is Fury of the Sands, and upon activation, the AoE part was a little bit rough, but we're going to leave it passive to stay alive for the entire duration. Okay, so let's split that there. And let's get the masteries and runes up here. So first I'm going to do runes, then I'm going to do masteries. For my runes, I take a very nice mix of offense and defense, getting some armor pen reds, armor yellows, magic resist blues, and attack speed quintessences. This gives me, like I said, a very nice mix and translates well to late game play, as well as gives a very strong early game. For my masteries, I go for 1, 21, and 8, getting that additional summoner spell mastery, as well as going all the way down the defensive tree to get the reduced damage. In utility, I want to pick up the extra movement speed to give myself a little bit of ability early game to get out of lane if I get harassed or ganked, and the ability late game to chase enemies down with my ultimate and wither combination. Alright. So let's listen back to the whole thing here. We can always tweak it a little bit, but I think it's... Let's see. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and I'm bringing you today a game with Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. I'm going to get into the gameplay footage shortly, but first we're going to go through his abilities. His passive is Soul Eater, an ability that gives Nasus bonus lifesteal and makes him a very viable top solo lane. And it's really the only lane that I would recommend playing Nasus as in a 5v5. His first active ability is Siphoning Strike, and upon activation it'll grant your weapon some bonus damage. If you kill something with Siphoning Strike, it'll increase that bonus damage for the next Siphoning Strike, allowing you to in essence create a snowball effect for free. If you farm up really well early game, this can cause you to decimate the team late game by taking down half of a carry's health with one hit. His next ability is Wither, a skill that when cast upon an enemy champion will slow their movement and attack speeds over time. This may not seem like much at first, but over a few seconds, your entire team can catch up to one champion and completely turn the tides of a team battle. Next up, we have Spirit Fire, his E. It's an AoE casting one champion effect that scales with AP, and will reduce the armor of enemies who stand on it. The damage isn't so much a big deal, but you do want to use that armor in team fights to help your team to do the maximum damage possible. His ultimate is Fury of the Sands, and upon activation it will increase your health and drain nearby enemies' max health. It will also convert that max health that's drained into additional damage for yourself. This makes you a huge asset in team fights, and you need to make sure that you're always in position to help your team in those 5v5 confrontations. By having your ultimate active, you can in essence tank their entire team for an unlimited amount of time using Siphoning Strike and Soul Eater your passive to stay alive for the entire duration. The garbage? Why is that not playing? Let's see here. To stay alive for the entire duration. For my runes, I take a very nice... Okay. Why don't we zoom in on this? This kind of happens sometimes. You gotta kind of mess around with the audio on occasion. And what I'm going to do is just kind of tighten it up right around where that starts. And sometimes just editing it a little bit will cause it to work again, from what I've found. I'm certainly not a professional editor, but I've found some little things that seem to work nicely. Using Siphoning Strike and Soul Eater your passive to stay alive for the entire duration. For my runes, I take a very nice mix of offense and defense, getting some Armor Pen Reds, Armor Yellows, Magic Resist Blues, and Attack Speed Quintessences. This gives me, like I said, a very nice mix and translates well to late game play, as well as gives a very strong early game. For my masteries, I go for 1, 21, and 8, getting that additional Summoner Spell Mastery, as well as going all the way down the defensive tree to get the reduced damage. In utility, I want to pick up the extra movement speed to give myself a little bit of ability early game to get out of lane if I get harassed or ganked, and the ability late game to chase enemies down with my ultimate and Wither combination. Alright, I like it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Anyone? I'm seeing comments from 58 seconds ago. I need input before I move on. I want to make sure you guys think it's all right, and then I'll show you what I do after this point. No, Cheeky, your technique worked. You see, I got it split into 3 parts. Sounds fine. I like it. I think it sounds good, especially with the new mic. All right, cool. You guys you think it's good? Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to the part where I actually make the video sync up with the audio. Okay, so let's go in here and we're going to listen to where I start with the next skill. And you guys may have been wondering, like, how does he sync it up with when it changes? And it's just this simple. It's pictures. It's not like a video that I'm recording. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and I'm bringing you today a game with Nasus in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. I'm going to get into the gameplay footage shortly, but first we're going to go through his abilities. His passive is Soul Eater, an ability that gives Nasus bonus lifesteal and makes him a very viable top solo lane. And it's really the only lane that I would recommend playing Nasus as in a 5v5. So as you can see here on the timeline, I can see where there's a little gap in the sound. So I'm going to mark it there, go back to here. It'll kind of keep your marker for you. It automatically tightens and everything else. Let's just play it back from right here. 5v5. His first active ability is Siphoning Strike, and upon activation it'll grant your weapon some bonus damage. If you kill something with Siphoning Strike, it'll increase that bonus damage for the next Siphoning Strike, allowing you to in essence create a snowball effect for free. If you farm up really well early game, this can cause you to decimate the team late game by taking down half of a carry's health with one hit. Okay, there you can hear I'm priming myself to talk, so we're going to move this one back to there. Okay. And let's go back to the beginning and just kind of listen it over and see if it's okay. Carries health with one hit. His next ability is Wither, okay, a skill that when cast upon an enemy champion will slow their movement and attack speeds over time. This may not seem like much at first, but over a few seconds your entire team can catch up to one champion and completely turn the tides of a team battle. Okay, that's good there. Let's go back again. Listen to it over. Team battle. Next up we have Spirit Fire, his E. It's an AoE casting effect that scales with AP and will reduce the armor of enemies who stand on it. The damage isn't so much a big deal, but you do want to use that armor in team fights to help your team to do the maximum damage possible. His ultimate is Fury of the Sands. And okay, let's go back to there. Do this and change that to right there. Okay, go over once again. Damage possible. His ultimate is Fury of the Sands, and upon activation it will increase your health and drain nearby enemies' max health. It will also convert that max health that's drained into additional damage for yourself. This makes you a huge asset in team fights, and you need to make sure that you're always in position to help your team in those 5v5 confrontations. By having your ultimate active, you can in essence tank their entire team for an unlimited amount of time using Siphoning Strike and Soul Eater your passive to stay alive for the entire duration. Okay, so let's change it pretty much right on this gap here. As you can see, I overshot it a little bit with these. Nope, there we go. There. This needs to come out to there. We'll do this here. I think it splits right there, it looks like. Maybe not, though. We'll see. I'll just kind of guesstimate there. Give myself a little buffer at the end, and let's listen to it. Entire duration. For my runes, I take a very nice mix of offense and defense, getting some armor pen reds, armor yellows, magic resist blues, and attack speed quintessences. This gives me, like I said, a very nice mix and translates well to late game play, as well as gives a very strong early game. For my masteries, I go for 1, 21, and 8, getting that additional summoner spell mastery, as well as going all the way down the defensive tree to get the reduced damage. In utility, I want to pick up the extra movement speed to give myself a little bit of ability early game to get out of lane if I get harassed or ganked, and the ability late game to chase enemies down with my ultimate and wither combination. Okay, so here I'm leaving a little bit of a buffer like you can see, and that's because when I do the transition, which is going to transition into the actual gameplay footage, I want to be able to have that extra space so that when the transition overlaps, it doesn't cut into my commentary and it doesn't sound kind of weird. Yeah, you guys stop asking for shoutouts. I'm not going to give you shoutouts. Don't be dumb. You get shoutouts if you're cool, if you engage, if you give me good ideas, if you're giving feedback. Like Matthew, he's awesome. All right, this is a guy who's been in every single stream, always giving me constructive feedback, always telling me how I can make myself better, and just generally a great guy. I say his name all the time because he's always in the comments telling me awesome stuff, helping out, kind of a moderator. I mean, Matthew, if YouTube ever gets moderator abilities, I want you to be a moderator for my chat stream because you're awesome. But yeah, guys, don't ask for shoutouts because I'm not going to give them to you. If you say something incredibly stupid, you'll probably just get blocked. That's end of story. Okay. So, like I was saying, sorry, I'm on a little rant there. We're done with these, my runes and masteries here. I'm just going to close them out because we're not going to be using them. The intro's done. And that's one part. Now, I'm not going to need League of Legends open anymore. So we'll just close that. And alright, off we go. Back up to my edited footage here. I'm going to move this out of the way for the moment. Okay. So, like you can see, it took me a lot of tries to get the commentary down. I guess I should probably leave this kind of near me, but just back a little bit. There we go. It took me a lot of tries to get this done, but it ended up sounding pretty good. Not one of my best, but that's just because I was kind of trying to rush things along a little bit, because I know you guys don't want to see me sit here for an hour. Okay. Or an hour just doing that part. It'll probably be an hour after this point, or more. So, okay, since the guide uses Dylan and Matt, I'm going to unlink the sound, and you'd be surprised. You may think like, oh my god, you're not going to have any League of Legends sound, but people don't notice. I have not had a single comment. I probably will because you guys are watching this, but I haven't had a single comment. Good night, the Akisyak. Thank you for joining me, even though it's 5:10 a.m. I'm glad that you're here. Poop Man, I'm glad your arm was better. Wait, how is your arm not broken anymore? Did you unbreak it, or has it just healed? Because I don't think it works like that instantly. But hey, I'm glad you're feeling better. Okay, so gameplay footage is right here. Now, this is not the screen I watch it on. I watch it on a dual preview, so it's big and I can see the score, and I wish I could show you guys this a little better. Well, you know, maybe I can. Maybe I can. Okay. Oh! Is it about to crash? It's okay if it crashes because it auto-saves every time you finish something, so not a huge worry if it does. I would appreciate it if it didn't. It crashed. Ah, well. Okay, so now, I have a problem with saving. It's an issue. It's a self issue there, but it generally saves. It's happened to me several times before, so I'm not super worried about it. Recent files. Oh man, guys. All right, let's see if I can find them here. Of course, that happens here. Okay, so here's all the captures. God, mother. I'm waiting for the stream of comments like, why didn't you save? I just want to see them come, but okay. So let's see if I can find them here. Man. For my runes, I take a very nice mix. Okay, all right. It's okay. This stuff happens. See, this is one of the reasons why it takes a while too, is because you do stupid stuff like that and don't save, and I just hate my life. Okay, so we got Capture 21. His next ability is Wither, a skill that, when cast upon an enemy champion, will slow their movement and attack speeds over time. This may not seem like much at first, but over a few seconds, your entire team can catch up to one champion. Okay, so there's the part with the ultimate. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentary is here, and his passage for their team. Be caught up by your team. Okay, that's not it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentary is here, bringing you today a guide with Nasus in a very early game. That's not it. Hello, beginning. It won't seem like much, but as you... Hello, the game. We're gonna go through the game. Oh my gosh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I need to make a montage of all the sounds I make. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing passive. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Okay. Their magic pen and armor, and damn it, messed up. Spirit fire. It's alright. Okay, I think. Damn it, I don't remember what I fucking. God damn it. Okay. So let's do this. I'm not. This is not a live stream where I'm like, oh my god, I want people to be here. I'm just doing this because I need to actually do a commentary, and I'm just gonna stream it while I'm doing it. So feel free to head off into your lives and do all the things that you people do. Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering from crying. Oh, that's the... I'm going to make a montage of that. I need to... Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a montage of that eventually. What was I looking for? Right, general, YouTube, general... Okay, oh. But see, you just... Guys, if you get into this, if you start doing commentaries... Just don't get upset about stuff. I mean, it can be frustrating, like when I was doing that over and over again, that commentary. It's just, it can get frustrating, but don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. It's not worth it. I mean, sometimes, yeah, it can get a little frustrating because you work on something for so long, but in the end, this is fun. I love doing this with my time, and right now I'm just talking to you guys, which is even better because you guys are all just chilling in the lobby, like watching me edit a video, watching me work, and I'm just like, oh, whatever you guys want to do. Okay, so we're gonna try this again, and I'm just gonna drag the files in here, and we're gonna find it. We're gonna find the one that I wanted. You know what? I actually could use those. I could redo. See, now I get. Oh god. Oh, save. Yes, cheeky. Yes. Okay, you guys need to be like a friend. How many of you guys were in my Matthew? I think you were. I'm not sure if you were or not. Were you guys in my Skyrim stream? Everyone was like, save every 5 seconds because I always forget. Who is this? Right. Nasus commentary. Okay, Nasus commentary. We saved a little bit. Let's go in reverse here. So I'm going to do, I have my runes over here. I got this right there. Where does this pick up at? His next ability is Wither, a skill that when cast... Okay, see, I don't know if I like... I don't know. I may just redo it here. Let me just see if I can. Let me see if I can do a quick take of it. You know, let's just see if I can get it. And if not, then I'll go through it and I'll put it back together. But let's just see if I can do it. You know, maybe I'll surprise myself. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and I'm bringing you today a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift featuring Nasus. Before we get into the gameplay footage, I'm going to go through some of his abilities here, the first one being Soul Eater, his passive. This gives him bonus lifesteal and makes him a super viable top lane. I would really recommend soloing as him every chance that you get, and if you can't, then maybe picking another champion. Because of his Q, Siphoning Strike. Siphoning Strike is incredibly strong if you get early farm, and the reason for this is every single time that you kill a minion with Siphoning Strike, the damage of your next Siphoning Strike will be increased. This stacks amazingly, in essence giving you a free snowball item and giving you the ability to completely decimate enemy teams mid and late game. This combined with his W, Wither, is a really effective combo for your early lane, and what Wither does is it'll slow the enemy and reduce their attack speed over time. So at the beginning it may not seem like much, you may be like, well, why did I even get this ability? Well, you wait a few seconds and then you'll see that your enemy's hardly even moving, and if you're going against an AD on top, it's even better because they won't even be able to attack you. Next you have your E, Spirit Fire. This is an AoE castable ability and it scales with AP. So not super good for the build that I'm going to be showing you, but its armor reduction definitely is a benefit to your team. In team fights you want to cast this down in the middle of the fight, making sure to get as many enemies caught up in the area as you can, and this will in essence allow you to take down the entire enemy team with the help of all of your AD carries. Now all of his abilities synergize super well, and you can use them in conjunction with Fury of the Sands, your ultimate, to get the maximum amount of damage out of Nasus. Fury of the Sands is his ultimate, and upon activation it'll make you huge, which is awesome, but it also gives you some bonus health and steals health from nearby enemies and converts that stolen health to bonus damage. So you're going to be doing truckloads of damage, getting some bonus health, using your Siphoning Strike with Soul Eater to get a bunch of lifesteal, and in essence allowing you to stay in battle for the entire duration of a team fight and be, in my opinion, one of the tankiest, AD-iest bruisers out of all of League of Legends. For my runes, I kind of add to this whole defensive, offensive trait of his, having a bunch of health, having a bunch of AD, by going for Armor Pen Reds, Armor Yellows, Magic Resist Blues, and Attack Speed Quintessences. This gives me some really nice mix of offense and defense and allows you to play it safe top lane as well as get that attack damage out there if you think you can get an early kill. For my masteries, I go for 1 point in offense to get the Summoner spell bonus. I go all the way down the defensive tree to get my reduced damage incoming to my character. And then in the utility tree, I go for the movement speed so that I can escape from early ganks and also go for some early kills if the enemy overextends. BAM! Oh! Yeah! That's how we do it. That's how we commentate. See, I just had to get warmed up. Saving. Whew. How'd you like that one, guys? Was that okay? I like it. I like it a lot. Damn. Whew. Let's rush. When you can do it in one take like that, man, it's a good feeling. It's better. It is. It's a little better of a feeling when you can do it all in one take like that. And look at it. It's beautiful. Just one long. Oh. Okay, so we're going to go through it one more time, and I'm going to save it every freaking 5 seconds because apparently I can't manage to do that on my own. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, and I'm bringing you today a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift featuring Nasus. Before we get into the gameplay footage, I'm going to go through some of his abilities here, the first one being Soul Eater, his passive. This gives him bonus lifesteal and makes him a super viable top lane. I would really recommend soloing as him every chance that you get, and if you can't, then maybe picking another champion. You dick.
Because of his Q, Siphoning Strike.
Now I understand.
Siphoning.
Okay, that's just what I picture people.
A strike.
Oh. Let's get it right on Q.
Q. Siphon.
Oh, right there. Okay, let's just... Let's going to be good. It's going to be good. Watch this. Instant transition right when I say the word. Another champion. Because of his Q, Siphoning Strike. Siphoning Strike is incredibly strong if you get early farm, and the reason for this is every single time that you kill a minion with Siphoning Strike, the damage of your next Siphoning Strike will be increased.
Ooh.
This stacks amazingly, in essence giving you a free snowball item and giving you the ability to completely decimate enemy teams mid and late game. This combined with his W, Wither, This combined with his W, Wither. Okay, alright, so let's just change it right there. Let's just do that right there, I think it is. Isn't that it? I don't know. Game. This combined with his W, Wither, is a really effective combo for your early lane.
Combo.
And what Wither does is it'll slow the enemy and reduce their attack speed over time. So at the beginning it may not seem like much. You may be like, well, why did I even get this ability? Well, you wait a few seconds and then you'll see that your enemy's hardly even moving. And if you're going against an AD on top, it's even better because they won't even be able to attack you.
I'm getting a little cocky.
Next you have your E, Spirit. Oh, right there. Got it perfect. Right on the S. Spit. Alright. Alright. Next you have your E, Spirit Fire. This is an AoE castable ability and it scales with AP. So not super good for the build that I'm going to be showing you, but its armor reduction definitely is a benefit to your team. In team fights you want to cast this down in the middle of the fight, making sure to get as many enemies caught up in the area as you can.
Well, that makes sense.
And this will in essence allow you to take down the entire enemy team with the help of all of your AD carries. Thanks, Steve-O. Now all of his abilities synergize super well, and you can use them in conjunction with Fury of the Sands. With what? With conjunction with Fury. Oh, I need to get a little bit sooner. Super well, and you can use them in conjunction with. That's about perfect. It's coming off my lips. There we go. Let's see if that works. You can use them in conjunction with Fury of the Sands ultimate to get the maximum amount of damage out of Nasus. Fury of the Sands is his ultimate, and upon activation it'll make you huge, which is awesome, but it also gives you some bonus health and steals health from nearby enemies and converts that stolen health to bonus damage. So you're going to be doing truckloads of damage, getting some bonus health, using your Siphoning Strike with Soul Eater to get a bunch of lifesteal, and in essence allowing you to stay in battle for the entire duration of a team fight and be, in my opinion, one of the tankiest, AD-iest bruisers out of all of League of Legends.
That's my opinion too, Steven.
For my runes, okay, so let's go for my League of Legends. We'll stop it there, and I'll go bring it back. See, I think this is actually a good thing. This is a good thing that this happened, because now I got to redo it. It's a little bit better, I think, out of all of League of Legends. For my runes, I kind of add to this whole defensive, offensive trait of his, having a bunch of health, having a bunch of AD, by going for Armor Pen Reds, Armor Yellows, Magic Resist Blues, and Attack Speed Quintessences. This gives me some really nice mix of offense and defense and allows you to play it safe top lane as well as get that attack damage out there if you think you can get an early kill. For my master... Okay, that looks good. It's going to go right there. Let's check it out. Get an early kill. For my masteries, I go for 1 point in offense to get the summoner spell bonus. I go all the way down the defensive tree to get my reduced damage incoming to my character. And then in the utility tree, I go for the movement speed so that I can escape from early ganks and also go for some early kills if the enemy overextends.
Sneaky devil.
Okay, so we are done with the intro. I'm going to save that I'm going to save it, and then we're going to do this. What? Of course that happens. Alright, this has been happening to my outro music for some reason lately. If I import it, sometimes it'll just do that. See, that's that little, like, banshee scream that go in the headphones that you get. I don't get it. Okay, so we're going to remove that. We're going to save it. Nasus commentary. I'm going to close this, and then we're going to go back. thank you, Matthew. I think it's way better too. I think it's actually a good thing that it crashed, and thank you all for all of your saves. You're being so constructive and beautiful. Okay, recent files. NASA's commentary. No, I don't want to merge. Okay, sometimes it just kind of takes a bam to get in there. Okay, so let's do these. Those can leave my site, because this is just Capture 22. Everything else I've used. I'm going to drop my commentary in a second, but what I need to do is I need to import the outro files right there. This is not actually the music I listen to while I'm doing this. The music that I listen to can be found on... Actually, I have the MP4s, but I need to show you guys the source, don't I? Music for programming.net. And I use it when I'm coding, when I'm doing like C++ and all that garbage, but it's oh, they have a new one. Ooh! But okay, this is my favorite one right here. Basically, the way that this stuff works is it's not like a song. Like it's not dubstep, it's not trance, it's not electronic. It's just a bunch of sounds that are put together. You can call it music. Okay, we're gonna call it a song. But what it does is it's formulated so that it'll play with the creative center of your mind, like sexually tickle it, so that you don't get distracted. Your mind doesn't wander, because that's what makes your mind wander, is that creative section of your brain. And I'm using it, of course, in commentaries when I'm editing footage and stuff, but if you get distracted easily, you're always on Facebook or something like that, like I always used to just click over there. But if I listen to this, it gives your mind something to occupy it, so that when you're doing work, you can stay completely focused. And it really has helped. I play this in headphones at school when I'm working on songs, when I'm working on homework and all that kind of stuff. But it's just... And after a while, it just starts to be in the background, and you just kind of chill. Here it comes. But yeah, I won't listen to it right now, but if you guys want it, that's the website there. Musicforprogramming.net, right there. And I want to listen to this one, kind of.
They're saying two things at the same time, which would seem not to go together. His music is saying, fuck you to the audience, but in a really beautiful way. It's like, fuck you, I love you, now let me play you some beautiful music.
But yeah, see, it's all kinds of different stuff that they've made, just that kind of, does that, increases productivity, and it really does work. It helps. Okay, so screw productivity, because I'm doing a commentary while I'm doing this. See, look at this. I've been going for an hour, and I've got the intro done. This kind of crap just happens all the time, and I'm not going to lie, it made it better, made a better commentary, but it just happens like that. Okay, so NASA's commentary, like I said, I'm going to unlink the video and audio. I'm going to delete the audio because you don't need it, because Dylan and Matt are just talking in the background. I'm going to save it there. And you know what I'll do is, well, I want to show you guys me actually editing it though. Okay, well, I'll put it in my dual monitor and I'll kind of try and show you guys what I see, but it's a lot bigger on my screen. That's all you really need to know. So I'm scrubbing through it here. I'm looking up at that top right hand corner, and whenever I see something important happen, a gank or some kind of support, I stop and I play back the clip and I see if I want to include it or not. So here, just early game, I'm watching them do their gank and whatnot. I have a Gangplank in my lane, just farming at my queue. No one really wants to see that. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. We had a team kill there, so I'm going to go back and I might actually watch this Shen gank. Okay, so let's watch that and see what happens here. So Shen comes in for a gank. I'm farming up Siphoning Strike the whole time. I was pretty terrible there, but doesn't matter because then I go up here. I should probably show how you can force a flash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to about here so I can kind of do a little intro, because as you've noticed at the beginning of my videos, or at the beginning of the gameplay footage, I kind of say, so we're going to hop into the gameplay footage here. I give a breakdown of who's jungling, who's mid, who's bot, all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to split it there. Oh gosh, this thing is so noisy. So noisy. Okay, and then I'm going to delete. It moves this automatically over to the right. I'm going to go ahead and put in my transitions as I go. And the transition I use for the first one is right here. Wave down does that number. I'm going to go and put it right in the middle there. And see what it does is it overlaps. So it's right pretty much at the end. We'll do a little preview there so you guys can see it in action. It really kills if the enemy overextends. Bam. Now we're getting right into the gameplay here. As you can see, I'm top. It's Nasus. Against a Gangplank, we have a Shen jungling, a Cho'Gath mid, a Nautilus, and Ashe bottom. Okay, so I'd go into that. And then Shen comes out for his gank. That happens. Right. He pops a flash. I go back, and I'm going to say, and then I go immediately back to farming. Okay, so we'll split it there. And that's just kind of the marker. Like, okay, that's where I need to delete back to for the next one. I'm still 0, 0, and 0, but my farm is freaking ridiculous. I'm going to go B, pick up my Ninja Tabby, 2 wards, and I guess I could show the early harass, but I don't know if I will or not. And I'm just kind of saying this stuff aloud, but this is pretty much what my mind goes through. I'm like, do I want to show this? Why? Why would I show that? Would it benefit? Is it going to make the video too long? Is it going to make it too short? And what I'll do is I can always come back. And if the video is really short, let me actually zoom out a little bit and see how long this footage is. See, the footage is 30 minutes. And if I can't get a 15-minute video out of 30 minutes, it's not a big deal because I have like 5 minutes in the beginning of that kind of intro commentary. And then the rest of the stuff is just going to be the gameplay. So still 0, 0, and 0. Keep going through here. We got an enemy turret already down on bot. I'm just kind of chilling on top. 6 to 3, so still a 2 to 1 ratio. 6 to 4, they got a kill. But I'm staying pretty much isolated top. 6 to 5, they're catching up. Did I participate? Oh, 3 assists. Okay, so then you see the number pop up there, 3 assists. You want to immediately go back here and see when I started hitting bot, see if I was actually aware. And if I wasn't, then be like, well, guys, here's where you don't want to suck. Okay, so this is a nice long... Oh, this is where I teleported. Right. This is a good example of when to use teleport on Nasus. Okay, so I'll use this as an opportunity as well to say, make sure you place a ward. Okay, so we're going to split that right there. Right, split. We'll delete all this garbage in between because I don't need that. Okay, and then I'm going to go all the way back to where that split happens. So as you can see, we're only 3 minutes and 40 seconds into the commentary, but we're already 5 minutes into the game there, and then we jump to 13 minutes. Okay, so there will be a transition there. We'll use the box out transition. Okay, so let's do that in the middle there. And we're going to watch this transition to make sure it looks smooth. Make sure everything's working. So that's showing you need to make, and it effectively made him pop flash. Okay, coming back, making sure I talk about sight wards, and making sure that I'm constantly aware so that I don't get ganked really early, because you want to be able to constantly keep your farm up. So siphoning, striking, constantly getting those minions, using a teleport in the middle of a team fight, coming in there, withering the heavy damage output champion. No mana, but I pop my ult so that I can make sure that I'm stealing health from people around me and I don't need any abilities to do damage. And then farming it up again, so demonstrate the farming again. And then we're pushing a turret. This is a nice little sequence here. This is a nice sequence. I like this. I keep thinking I'm a better player than I really am, but I'm clearly not because I'm 1100 ELO, but this makes me think I'm pretty good. It may just be because the enemies are terrible, but either way, it makes for a good commentary, and it makes me able to show off the skills pretty well. And then going for dragon. This is good. Dragon control. We got a turret down. I used my summoner spell. Nunu comes in like an idiot. Ash catches him out of position. I should run out here and wither someone. There we go. Wither Nunu to make sure he doesn't get away. Riven, they're failing a little bit, I think. Ash picks up a kill. There's 3 assists. Okay, so stuff is still happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Where's my marker? Darn it. How do I put a marker in there? I don't know. We can just remember 451. Okay. So let's keep watching this a little bit. I want to turn off my dual. I can't see any comments right now, guys. So if you're commenting to me, is this it? That's it. Oh, where'd it go? Let's see. Is the stream working? I hope it's working. Hello? Maybe I need to reload this. Let's see what's going on. Okay, it seems to be working. So, okay, I'm going to continue on. Hopefully nothing terrible happens because I won't know. I'll just be editing. Okay, so here I'm being. So that's actually a good opportunity to go to just say that I'm going to leave and to split the footage is when I'm going back. So that was a nice long stretch. We're up to 5 minutes on the commentary. I like to keep them, you know, anywhere between really 8 and 15 minutes is fine. The shorter the better, actually, because it's going to keep people's attention for longer. It's a sad world we live in. Okay, so I got 0, 0, and 3. At this point, there's not going to be a whole lot of footage that you really want to show, unless it's something like that. What just happened? Okay, so we got another team fight going on down here. I'm not present for it. I'm just running top. So I'm going to skip it. Let them fight it out there. And I'm going to see, if I push the turret, I may go back and show it and be like, well, you can use this as a top to backdoor. Yeah, and no one died, so I don't feel bad about it. Okay, so we're going to go back to this here. Okay, so we're going to split it right here. Right, split it, and then we'll do that. And I can always cut out some of this footage if I don't want it later, but I'm trying to get too much rather than too little. Hopefully you guys understand why, because then later on I can come back and take it out. Okay, so I'm going to show taking on the turret probably, and then I'll split it. Split it there. And then I'm going to continue on, see whether there's anything else of importance that I missed. Doesn't seem like it. Veigar comes out, almost get a kill. Maybe I should show this. I kind of failed with my ultimate there. If you guys, you probably want to see it. So I'm on Veigar. I'm just using Siphoning Strike to get my health back up. I wither him after he used his Q, and I'm doing ridiculous damage, get his armor down, but you know he has the Event Horizon. But now that he's used that, I decided it's a good time to go in. Unfortunately, no mana, no time to cast Wither, and I'm dumb. But I'm able to at least... Oh, did I die here? I think I die. Clearly I die. Damn. Okay, well then that'll be good. That'll show me not to overextend. Or show people not to overextend. So let's do this. Because I'm not like other commentators in that I show everything. Okay, I don't... See if I can merge these two back together. I've never really merged something. Oh well, it'll look fine. I mean, it doesn't really skip. It just, I don't like the division being there. Okay, so this is a really long clip, but you know, I'll always find something to talk about. Items, that kind of thing. You can always find room to talk about. Okay, so that split happens here when I die. We're gonna want to get back out of the death here because you don't really need to show that. Am I here? Yes, I am. Okay, so we're going to go back to where I'm coming into that fight. It looks like we're all kind of going in together, actually. Ooh. Oh, good positioning here. Did I teleport? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're showing that. Okay, so we'll split it there. Split it, and we'll delete. Okay, so it'll be like, alright, so I see a team fight's happening. I want to teleport in behind them to ensure that we have the element of surprise and that a tanky bruiser comes in last to scare them away. Using that Wither on Vygar, I want to keep him because Nunu's going to be easy to take down, so we think. Vygar goes in, domination, take out the Pantheon, and we killed Vygar, so it was a pretty good exchange. I withered Vygar, taking down the AD carry. Probably could have done it on Nunu and made it a little bit easier to kill him, but whatever, we still got some kills. So then I'm going to probably leave it on like this. Show taking the turret here. Matt and I were just freaking bossing it up. Okay, and then if I push even further than this, or dive, that would be silly to watch. Yeah, we'll watch it. So staying on the turret and then making a steady retreat, perhaps? No, I'm just going in. Let me see what happens here. There goes my ult. I don't think we kill anyone here. I don't remember killing anyone. There, Vygar killed Dylan. I'm just kind of chilling here. Oh, I think I die. Yeah, because they give me an ignite. Give me the old ignite. Well, that's... I don't know whether I should include that or not. That's a lot of time. I may just include us pushing the turret and then just call that a clip. Pushing this turret. I don't know though. Well, I'll include it. Why not? Why not? Make this one a longer one, depending on how much footage I have left. Oh me, oh my, how does that last that long? Oh well, that's 20 minutes, and then we'll just see where else this commentary takes us. Okay. So 1, 2, and 5, I'm in essence just looking for whenever that score changes. 1, 2, and 7, you saw it just tick there. Obviously, it happens right here. So I'll probably pick it up right there. Actually, that's not very much time in. Let's see when it actually happens. Okay, so I'm thinking I'll pick it up right here, right before Vygar comes into the scene there. Okay. Save it. That's what I should do right now. Okay. The Ash Arrow goes in. Almost saves Nautilus. That Vygar. That damage. Slowing. Okay, using the E to lead. That's good, so I have to run through the armor debuff. And then I just tank that. I don't know if I'll get Gangplank here or not. Let's see what happens. Oh, they chase him all over the map, I think. I think I give up. Yeah. Or no. I was telling Dylan, I was like, he is not getting away. And I pop Ghost, maybe? Do I pop Ghost? It's possible. Oh, yeah. Here it goes. Ghost. Wither. And then terrible things start happening. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Pantheon overextends. This is a nice little engagement here. I like it. Using the Wither on Pantheon. Got that Nunu. Wither before he goes in the bushes. And then a Q should... Almost got him. Circus faggots. We were called circus faggots. Okay, so then let's split it there. That's pretty much the end of that clip from what I remember. Now, I am 1, 2, and 9. So let's keep fast forwarding here. Oh, 2, 2, and 9. What happened? Oh, Okay, a kill happened right after that. I kind of don't want to split that anymore. Let's leave it. If it had happened a little bit, later, then I might have been like, whatever. But since it happened so immediately after it, we get Vygar there, and then we push a turret. Perhaps did we push a turret? Yeah, pushed a turret, and then we GTFO. Oh, we didn't push it. Okay, well then I'll just do this, and then we'll call that a clip right there, because nothing important really happens. Oh. So I teleported in there. Lol? What just happened? That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna show that. Okay, so let's go here, and then I will split it, delete this part here. Show me teleporting in. And then leaving. Are we gonna get this, really? Okay, so we stole their blue buff. Let's split it here just in case. Let's just save it. What's going on with you guys? I haven't checked up on you in a while. Are you playing nicely, kids? Excellent. I'm glad you all are playing nicely. I don't know how many of you there are at this point, but I'm just going to keep it going because, quite frankly, dear, I don't give a damn. Okay, so we have this split right there. If you don't know what I'm doing with the program, I saw someone saying that. Pretty much, it's just splitting footage. I mean, you right-click, you split it, that breaks it into two pieces and allows you to do different things with each piece. So just kind of gives you a little bit more versatility with what you can do with your clips, lets you break it up and do different fantastic things with them. So this is what you like to see, an area of calm, and then it just picks up all of a sudden, like that, and culminating in one massive team fight. Okay, so here we are. This is a nice... You want to kind of do it before the enemy comes into view because if you're wondering why my screen keeps flashing, it's because I have this mod... Not mod, I'm retarded. Application, and what it does is it dims your screen to kind of simulate the sun more, and if you're on your computer a lot, I would really recommend getting it because it's better for your eyes. It's called Flux, F-L-U.X. Okay, so let's watch this clip. Nice. Nice pull by Nautilus. I get a kill. Wow. 4 kills there. I should use Spirit Fire here pretty soon to cock block people. Or maybe I'll just try and kill Riven. Failure. Maybe I'll just, well, nah. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we got the inhib down, pushing in. Why did we not win? Oh, are we just farming them at their... That might... I don't remember this game very well. Just life stealing through the turret like a boss. Why did we not win? We still have like 2 more minutes left in the commentary. Oh, this is where we get turned on because we were being greedy. Oh, not quite. I may ghost. Do I ghost? Or do I just ult? Oh! Yeah! Get away successfully. Shurelya's popped. I did get a Shurelya's. It's actually really good on Nasus, to be honest. I like it. Okay. Oh! I'll show that just because it's silly. Okay, so we're going to split that there. Maybe I should show the rest of this. There's not that much left. Oh, did I die? Did we win while I was dead? That's depressing. Yeah, we'll just leave it as 1 clip so you guys can kind of see what happens. Okay, 1 clip, and that means we're going to go here, go to our outro music, go to our previous playlist. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. Because what I like to do is allow a little buffer here, and then what I do is I use this clip of the victory sign and make it go in slow motion. Oh. Okay. Let me text Burn good night. Okay. So, what I was saying is I like to leave this end part because I can talk a little bit over, because I don't ever finish my commentary right on point and then go straight into something. You've probably noticed it goes in slow-mo, all that good stuff. Let me turn this off so I can see you guys. Yes, I do like Power Director better than Sony Vegas. I like it a lot better. Matthew, I'm glad you're still here. You're a loyal fan to the core, my good sir. So this will end up being about 17 minutes, which is right around where I like it. It is 12 o'clock, about to be 12 o'clock a.m. here. Okay, so I've got 14 minutes of commentary to do, and I like to make sure that these are all different clips here. Right, so that when I go through to do my, let me put this back on dual, so I just like to see the time, because if the time's off between 2 clips, you know they're separate, and it may sound stupid, like, well, of course they're separate, but you never know, So we got 15 minutes there, or no, this is 14:27, 15:14. Wait, is this the same one? No, okay, that's B. Whatever. Okay, we're gonna do another. Oh, I need to get closer. Oh God, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, and then we'll scroll over till we see another text there. Okay, let's play this one. Oh, ooh. Hate that when you select a. If you select it up here, it sometimes highlights that and it'll only play the selected clip. Okay, so this one does not need one, so glad I checked and didn't just put one in. Here we go, let's check this one. Right after my death, yes, that does need one, so we put a box right there. Oh. Save. Did I miss one? No, okay. Let's do that. Looks like another death there, so yeah, that was a new one. Didn't actually see it, but it was. Right there. Let's do this. Okay, new clip. And then let's go on to the next one. New clip. Did I do that right? Yeah. Okay. Over to the next one. Make sure it's a new one. Clip. And that is where I left it for the rest of the game. Okay, so transitions are in. Everything is basically in its final format of what it's going to be when I commentate over it. So I like to zoom out so I know kind of how much time I have left in the commentary. I go all the way over to where my intro ended. I'm going to play it back to kind of get the feel of what my tone was, how loud I was talking, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to go pee real quick and I'll be right back. And then we'll do the commentary. Ugh. Alright, I have returned, and now it's time to do a commentary. Let's make sure everyone's still cool. We doing good? What do I like better about PowerDirect than Sony Vegas? Sony Vegas renders extremely slowly. This will, for a 17-minute video, pretty much render it out in the exact same time. Whereas Sony Vegas, to get the same quality, or less actually, I'd only get 720p out of that, it would take about 2 hours. And that's simply because Sony Vegas is made for a lot of, special effects and all this garbage that people put into these high budget projects. I'm just doing gameplay videos, and I need something simple, and Cyberlink PowerDirector does that for me, so it's just what I prefer. You can use whatever you want. I mean, it's really up to you, but if you don't do very much stuff like me, you just do a few clips and some audio over it, then I would say stick with Cyberlink. Alright, see you, peekaboo. Hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to do the commentary, and you can just look for that over the next few days. Actually, I'll upload it tomorrow. What the hell? Actually, some of you guys want to see Minecraft. Yeah, we'll do a commentary. Yeah, we can always see Minecraft. Okay, so let's listen to the commentary for a second. So go for some early kills if the enemy overextends. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the commentary here, and we're just going to see how it goes. I'm going to move this over here so I can see my dual monitor screen a little bit better. There we are. Okay, tilt this so it's towards me. Pop filter adjusted. Out a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the gameplay footage here. As you can see, I am playing a solo top Nasus, as per my recommendation in the previous segment. We have a Shen jungling coming in for a gank here very early. Getting that taunt off, I use a Wither, lead with that E, making sure that he has to run through the armor reduction, and allowing me to get a siphoning strike on him with that reduction on. We also have a Cho'Gath mid, and an Ashe and Nautilus bottom. So kind of a unorthodox team composition to say the least, not a support bot, but we make up for it late game. Here's an example of me using my teleport. You always want to have that map awareness to know when to use it, and it's a really good idea to teleport in behind enemies as Nasus. You don't have to be worried about getting focused as much as if you were playing a regular AD carry, because you're going to have a lot more durability with your ultimate, combined with the items you're going to be building, like a Ninja Tabi. And, well, early I only have a Philosopher's Stone, but even that gives you some increased health regen and mana regen for that increased sustain. Now, just another one of these simple things that's, you know, a little bit harder for some players to pick up on. If you kill the entire enemy team, or at least make the odds in your favor, go ahead and push a turret and do dragon and get map control and get your buffs and all that kind of good stuff, because that's going to be your golden opportunity. That's when they don't have a chance to contest it, and that's when you're going to have the best chance of seizing it. So here we have our entire team here. Nunu comes in, and we can see him because of the ward that was placed there. Ashe gets a close range arrow off. I'm going to go ahead and wither him to make sure he doesn't get away. Riven there getting caught by Ashe's slow on her volley, and Ashe goes ahead and takes her out. Now we also have a Veigar here that Nautilus is going to go after. I go up top, and we B after that, but in this next clip, you see there's a team fight happening bottom, and you see how I'm not there? Well, my teleport's not up. By the time I run down there, not much is going to have happened, or they're all going to be dead. So I figure I'll stay top, keep farming, and be able to actually push this turret while my entire team is down there fighting. So it does call for a little bit of sacrifice. Some people disagree with this decision, saying that I'm acting as the team's, well, kind of a bruiser because Shen is the tank, but since I'm such a tanky DPS, I should really run down there at the first sign of trouble. But as you can see, everyone made it out unscathed except for Ashe, so a one-person trade-off, giving one person a little bit of gold, in my opinion, is not nearly as good as getting a turret down and giving everyone 150 gold, plus getting a lane pushed. However, I do make a mistake later on pushing turrets, and I'm going to emphasize on that to make sure that you guys know that this is not the only route to go. You definitely still need to help out your team. It's just that if you know that the entire enemy team is in a certain location and you're on the opposite side of the map, you might as well take advantage of that positioning advantage and go ahead and push for your team. Especially when you have such great pushing power like Nasus. Like you can see, I'm able to stay in lane forever because of that lifesteal, and I'm able to tank minions as well, keeping them off of my minions and allowing me to build up a huge pushing wave behind myself. For my items so far, as you can see, I built a Shurelya's Reverie. It was kind of surprising. The guide that I got off of Solo Mid, it's the top-rated Nasus guide. I'll link it in the description as well. They recommended a Shurelya's Reverie, and I was kind of like, what? Why would you do that? But then it came to me, it occurred to me rather, not came to me, that's sexual. It occurred to me that in conjunction with your ultimate and wither and your movement speed utility, having that Shurelya's, though I forget to pop it an insanely large number of times rather, although I forget to pop it sometimes, it's still a really good defensive ability if you want to get away from people. And if you use your Ghost, you have that increased movement speed with the utility mastery, and you have your ultimate on. You can chase people around the map forever, and it's just, I think it's a really good combo. In this game, I didn't do a great job of using Shurelya's. If you guys have been watching my commentaries for a while, you know I have a problem with this. I never use my on-activation items. But here they have Gangplank's ultimate going off, and so he can see me in the bush. They go ahead and take me out. Just an example of when you don't want to overextend. I stayed there a little bit too long, overstaying my welcome, and got taken out. There I was teleporting into a ward behind them, which is another thing that you always want to keep in mind if you have teleport, is to watch for where your allies are placing wards and realize that you can teleport to them and be invisible to the enemy teleporting in. So if I teleported to one of our minions, they would know that I was coming in because I'm the only one running teleport, and they would know that they need to get out because I'm going to come in, activate my ultimate, and rip people's faces off. But because I was able to go to that sight ward over there by their wraiths, I was able to kind of get a sneak attack in, and we were able to get some more damage out on their team, and ultimately it enabled us to take out this turret. Now I have a bad problem with Nasus, and that is that I always overextend, because you get this impression that you're unbeatable, unkillable because of your ultimate, combined with the tanky items that you're building. Here, I'm actually building into a Trinity Force, starting with Sheen to get some early damage. But if you notice yourself getting focused a lot, you could go for a Phage to get a little bit more health. Here, Nunu's doing his ultimate thing, I'm doing my ultimate thing, we're stealing all the health from around him. I'm full health, but you'll see that soon they start focusing me, and all my lifesteal goes away because I get... Where is it? There's the Ignite. So not as much lifesteal. I may have been able to take them on without the Ignite, but we'll never know. I did get taken out, I overstayed my welcome once again, and my team was running out and I didn't go with them because I thought I was invincible. There's a nice Ashe ultimate. Unfortunately, Nautilus still got taken out, but I'm able to get this damage output Dylan comes in with a delicious little kill on that Vygar, and Ashe comes in and finishes off Riven for me. So really, on Nasus, you want to focus on playing more support. In terms of, I built a Shirley's Reverie, I'm using Wither constantly, using that AoE for the armor reduction, and not worrying so much about kills. I mean, if you're not the most fed person on your team in terms of how many kills you've gotten, don't worry about it, because it means that someone else on your team is getting fed, and possibly someone who does not depend so much on creep kills. Now, if Nasus's Q stacked with champion kills, I'd say give Nasus every single kill, because he's going to need them. But really, if you have minions, you're super powerful with Nasus, regardless of whether or not you have a ton of champion kills, as long as you're still getting those assists. Now there, I did use a Wither on Pantheon, and in conjunction with Ashe's Slow, really a great combination to use on a team like this with that CC. Nunu flashes through the bushes, I've still got that Wither on him, just demonstrating how ridiculous it is to use Wither and how ridiculous the overtime effect is. There we're getting called circus faggots by Baff. I don't know what a circus faggot is, but we certainly were a bunch of circus faggots. Here, I don't know what Vygar was trying to do. I think he was trying to nuke someone. He certainly had the opportunity because Ashe was not the most skilled with her arrow. But we go ahead and dive him because why not? And I take him out with a Siphoning Strike. Here, once again, using my teleport. Very poorly this time, though, because I see that both Nunu and Pantheon are there. They kind of go in after I use my teleport. I decide, well, I'll try it. Matt starts ultimating into me here. There he comes. He taunts. I use my Shirelia's to run out of there. But then I realize, you know what? I got lifesteal. I've got my ultimate. Why not? I attack Riven. Unfortunately, Riven didn't make it out alive. But I've got this lifesteal, as you can see, getting 130 health back from every single hit. So even though I take 3 tower hits, I'm basically going to be able to do that, hit a minion once, and then get a third of it back. So really, if you're going to tank a turret, not a big deal as long as you have your lifesteal and your Siphoning Strike farmed up. I wanted to go around and get that siege minion there to get the lifesteal back, but as you can see, it's a little bit tricky in my mind. I'm like, do I go in? Do I not? Which is another point you want to notice on Nasus is if you're that tanky DPS, you really have a lot more decisions to make about when to go in. It's not one of those situations where you can just be like, well, why didn't you go in and start the fight? I'm just an AD carry, or I'm just an AP carry. I have to stay back. Nasus, you kind of have to engage a little bit, especially if Matt isn't there and he's got his ultimate up. I can run in, take the blunt of the damage, because I am a little bit defensively built. Nautilus also has a ton of health, so he could play this role as well, but I mean, really, as Nasus, you're going to be taking on that responsibility in some games of having to be the one who goes in and initiates. And especially true in a situation where you don't have a tank and you are playing the tank. And in that situation, don't build a Shirley's Reverie. Build straight Force of Nature if they have a lot of magic. Build a early Guardian Angel. I'd say after about 3 items, get your Guardian Angel. You'll want to get a Banshee's Veil if you have a lot of AP. I mean, you could even go for like an Atmas. Okay, if you want to get some health, get your Triforce, and then get an Atmas. And that'll give you kind of a hybrid build. You just kind of got to play it by ear. And by now, you guys should know if you've been watching my guides, kind of the tanky, the AD, the different items that I recommend. If not, I'll have a bunch of them in the description. You can go and check them out there. But in essence, it's a really loosely constructed build for Nasus because it really depends on what you're playing. If you're playing AD like I am in this game, I go for that Shirelia's giving me some movement speed, Trinity Force giving me the extra damage, and of course some health, so I can be a bruiser and go in and do whatever the heck I want. Summoner spells, you can really change it up with whatever you like. I like Teleport for the reasons that I've shown in this game, because you can get off some really awesome ganks. And then Ghost, of course, is good because I have my Shirelia's, I got that movement speed increase, and your ultimate really does depend on you being in the middle of the fight, being inside of your enemies in a 5v5, making sure that you're getting all of the bonus damage you can from the surrounding enemy's max health. So having Ghost active, having your Shirelia's active will make that job a lot easier. Here, getting a little bit turned on. You'll see in a second, Vygar lands a nice Event Horizon with his stun and his flash combo. So I get taken down to 100 health, and then I'm ghosting Shirelia once I get up to Dylan here. and we both hightail it out of there. Now I left it on because the game is coming to a close here. I just wanted to close with some comments about my runes and masteries. Now for runes, if you remember, I went for the attack speed quints. You could go for health quints. You could go for, I mean, all the quints are really pretty good. You could go for some attack damage. Don't go anything like weird, like AP or something like that, but you know, anything that's good for an AD bruiser, go for it. Try it out, see what you like the best. I like attack speed because that's just kind of my playstyle. I like hitting them hard and hitting them fast. That's not sexual at all. But nonetheless, that's how I play. Here, getting a little bit more of a defensive item as well. That Frozen Heart will give me some extra mana, and will slow down Gangplank and Pantheon because they were the only ones who could really do damage to me at this point, as well as Riven. Ashe, professional. That arrow just, I can't get over it. It's too good. You see my farm there is 170. Not particularly great for 31 minutes into the game, but I have 16 assists, so you can kind of tell where I've been, what area of play I've been focusing on, and that is supporting my team. For the first part of the game, it was all about farm. That got me up that base Q damage, and then what I was able to do is build up my base damage without just having to use my Q by being in all the team fights and helping my team out every engagement that we were in. Here we can pretty much do whatever we want. Nasus and Pantheon not able to do a whole lot when I have my Frozen Heart, so I go ahead and take him out. I'm just kind of like 1v3 in these people here. Matt told me to stay in the turret. He was ulting, and unfortunately I got taken out. And I am dead for 43 seconds. We end the game. I hate being dead when the game ends. I don't know, it's just kind of a thing with me. I like being alive. I also don't like how the camera jumps all the way over to the finish there, but nonetheless, it was a pretty successful game with Nasus, 5-3-17. I thought it demonstrated a lot of the aspects that you want to utilize with Nasus, and I hope that you guys choose to pick him up because he really is a great champion, one of the most under-commentated champions in my opinion. There isn't a major commentator who's done a guide to my knowledge, so hopefully this will help some of you who have been looking for one be rewarded with one and be able to play him in some future games. This has been Legend Commentaries, bringing you another guide featuring Nasus. Hope you have a wonderful day. Love you, and goodbye. Oh man, I was stifling a cough there. Oh, I need water. Oh, I need water. Whew. Saliva's fine. Whew. Okay. I'm better. So we just finished a guide. Just came in where Steven. I'm right here. Don't worry. I'm right here. Now to finish it up, we have our commentary right here. I'm gonna move that onto the same audio track. Don't know why that was different here. Let's do that. Bam. Yeah, you know what? Nope. There we go. We'll just leave it there because it's actually synced up nicely with the end of the footage there. Love you, and goodbye. Okay, so I'll leave that through the end of the footage here, and then what I'll do is zoom in a little bit. How do you download that music? You right-click the link and press Save As. And that's programmingmusic.net. Is that website. I love not having anything on my screen. Okay, so we're going back to the little files here. I'm going to pull over my outro. Pull over the music. Let's make sure it's working because it's had a bad habit lately of messing up. Love you, and goodbye. Oh, damn it. Forgot to unselect the footage. One annoyance that I have, one grievance with Cyberlink Power Director is that it does that. Actually, let me make this out to the same length. Let's do that there. Actually, let's do a little bit more. Love you, and goodbye. Alright. Well, there we go, 2 hours later. I'm almost done. Not quite done yet, though, because we have to now put in the feature video and feature playlist. So, we go to import, my videos, nope. Final cuts, let's go with Soraka Guide. Let's do LOL, Champion Commentary, Soraka. Okay. Yeah, Lab Rower. I learned to talk for 15 minutes straight by doing it over and over again. If you're going to do commentaries, I would really recommend just sitting down and doing them. There's no way to really practice for it. You can't just sit down and say, you know what, I'm going to learn how to commentate today. I'm going to spend 8 hours just practicing in front of a mirror. You just got to get down there and you got to do it, do the nitty-gritty work, and get your make yourself available for it. Can the subscribe thing be a little bit shorter at the end? You can skip it. I mean, it's the end of the video. It's not like I'm doing it at the beginning. That's why my intro is so short, because I do that. Why the F is it showing me this for every garbage in the garbage? Well, we'll just do that. I mean, it really doesn't matter what the clip is, to be honest. TBH. As long as it's not like the beginning stuff, people will go and be like, oh, Soraka. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Oop. Ooh. Okay, nice. That's actually a good little chase scene there. I like it. Dive in the Sivir there. Maybe what I'll actually do is, and this is where it starts lagging like crazy. Why don't I take this out a bit? Start it here. Move it over a little bit, because I want to show that. That's actually a good scene. I don't know. That's nice random. Nice and random. Let's unlink the video and audio, because I don't want the sound to be going over the music, of course. So we're going to delete that. Go all the way to the end here of this clip. And we'll just cut it right down to the end. Down to the beginning, I should say. Okay, there we are. And then this is going to get minimized to my featured video, which will be this way. Down to this corner. I put it on my little guide there, up in the top, above the text a little bit. Let's see if that's good enough. Yeah, that's good. And then make sure there's an even amount on both sides. Looks like there is. And now I'm going to import my most recent Minecraft episode. So we go up to Minecraft. Let's Play. Episode 20. We'll do one more of the episode 21. And we'll just do that. Looks good to me. There we go. Let's once again unlink the video and audio. Alrighty. Oh. Then we bring it back. There we go. And then we're going to make this equally sized rather. And to do that, we just drag it like so, bring it up to the bottom, float it over the side there so that it's evenly on the bottom, and then we pull it up and it'll snap in. There we go. And you can see there the things are about the same. It's going to make that nice little outro that you all love so much. And let's do a little playthrough here. And goodbye. So you can kind of see I got the whole pumpkin thing going on. We got us diving on the turret. That's always exciting to see. We're gonna make people want to click it. I'm in the nether. You're seeing all that too. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is how we make a commentary. You guys have been wanting to see it. That is it. Where's my commentary? There she blows. Oh man, that's it. That's it. It occurred to me, rather, not came to me. That's sexual. Oh, of course, that's the part I play. Okay, so let me go to produce. And we'll rename it to Nasus, like so. Go to MPEG 4, custom, and if you guys want to see the settings for this, go and check out my how-to video where I show you how to make a YouTube video. That gives me all the settings for this stuff. And then it starts producing. The one last thing that you can do, and this is completely up to personal preference, and while you have the ability on your channel to do it, is I have the ability to upload custom thumbnails. So what am I doing? Like LOL Champions thumbnails, and then I have all these thumbnails made. Nasus I already made one for. Just in Photoshop, I did that same thing like I showed earlier in the stream. You can always go back and watch it once I upload it. Take the background, drop it into Photoshop in a 1280 by 720 frame. You're going to put some text, Nasus and commentary. This font is called Diffused, and you can get it on any free font site. And then I put my little microphone image there, and that's a thumbnail. So when I upload it, I will put that thumbnail on, and that's what you see in the little preview. Okay, so, man, that was, listen guys, I don't know what else I can do. That's about as helpful as I can get. It's about as helpful as I can get. I guess we're going to call that a stream. I'll stay for like 10 more minutes and just answer some questions if you guys have those. I'll just kind of chill with you guys here. I'm tired, so I need to go to sleep. I was going to do some more coding tonight, but that didn't happen. It did not happen because I decided to do this instead. But whatever. I mean, like you can see, it took me about 2 hours to make a video, and that's without doing any of the intro stuff. And then if I have to record footage for it, you know, that takes, I don't know how many games. That would probably take like, I think this one took 5 hours of gameplay to record, about 5 games. So I just wanted you guys to kind of realize when you're just like, do a Nasus video. It's not that simple.
When do you take?
When do you take it? It's not that simple. You know, you have to go through, you have to get the footage, and then you go through this entire process of trimming and grooming the footage and all that kind of good stuff. Oh, let's see. My thoughts on the new LOL Champ. I don't have any. I haven't even looked at it. I should play some games with my subs in League of Legends. Well, I've done that in every other League of Legends stream I've done, and you can see those actually below this stream if you go to my channel page. So you can go and check those out and see kind of what it's like. And for those of you who are looking for when I'll do my next stream, sorry, my throat's still a little bit dry from doing the commentary. If you're looking for when I'm doing my next stream, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are on the side of my channel page, I believe. But on Facebook, I'm Legend Commentaries. And then on Twitter, I'm at LCommentaries. So go and follow me on there if you want to... Nuggets? If you want to see my streams in the future, I'll be uploading, you know, little tweets or Facebook posts probably 2 or 3 hours before. I don't give a whole lot of notice because I don't really know when I'm going to do them. It's just kind of whenever I feel like it. How long does it take to upload it generally? Well, it takes me about 60 minutes for a film of this size. So like you can see, the total space is going to be, I don't know. It says produced, but it'll be like probably a gig, about a gig, 1.3 gigs. Let's see. Will I make my Minecraft world available to all of you Nuggets via download once you are done with the series? Actually, I tweeted about this, Facebooked about it, so you should know if you've been following me. Labrower? Labrower? Or do you row in labs, or are you a, I don't know how else you'd say that, that's probably the way you say it. But yeah, would I change my name to Poop Man? Never. I'm sorry, that's your name, I can't take it. But my Minecraft world will be available after I finish the end, which I've already done. Yeah. And I didn't cheat, didn't use mods, didn't use crap. I didn't use anything. Well, I used my bow and arrow and a pick, but I killed the end dragon without using any of that garbage that all these other people have used, and it's a legitimate trip to the end. No hacking necessary. I just want to do it professionally. What kind of graphics card? I have a Radeon HD, or an ATI Radeon HD 5700. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Questions, comments, concerns that you guys have about me, the channel, anything? Trying to refresh the page here. Be my best friend. We can be best friends, sure. You know, finishing the end, I thought it was going to be Dividing Like Zero, but actually it wasn't that hard. If you have your enchanted bow like you've seen on my channel, it's pretty simple. It takes down like, I mean, as far as that big on your screen, so it takes down about that much health every time. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. I had some 6 snipe games. I had some 6 sniper shots up to kill his little healing turrets. That was pretty awesome. Also, a little announcement. I got Gotham Imposters, this FPS weird, crazy game. It's awesome, though. Awesome. I love it. I've been playing a lot of it. And, not a lot, I've played about 5 games, but it's really cool. I need to move this out of the way a little bit. It's right up in my camera. So I'm gonna have some commentaries on that coming out soon. It's a little FPS that I'm not terrible at, so that'll be fun. When is my next LOL live stream? I have no idea, Poop Man. I apologize. No, I did not watch the NBA All-Stars game. I didn't. Not really interested, to tell you the truth. Did I build my computer from scratch or buy it as a whole? Well, I built it on iBuyPower and then bought it as a whole computer once they assembled it for me. So they're a really good site to go through. I'd recommend it. How much FPS do I get on League of Legends? I max it at 60, and when I'm recording I get 60, so I win. How's life, Steven? You seem to be really happy lately. I am. Things are just going wonderfully. I'm succeeding in school more than I have before, really. And not to say that I did poorly in school. You know, I graduated with a 4.2 GPA. I was the academic kid. But in college, it was a lot harder last semester than it seems like it is this semester. And it's not because I'm taking easier classes. I'm taking harder classes. I've just improved my work ethic a lot. I mean, to be honest, I literally have no free time, except when I'm with my girlfriend, which is why, you know, I love her so much, because she sticks with me when I'm frustrated with school and all that kind of stuff. She's always there to make things better, and you know, a lot of my happiness is because of her. I'd really recommend that you guys, you know, if you're not getting out there and, you know, trying to meet someone, I'm not saying that you like 12-year-olds need to go out there and get a girlfriend, but it's really nice to have someone who cares about you a lot, and I love her, so. But anyways, so yeah, I am really happy. I've been doing well in school, and it's delicious. Delicious life right now. Like, I mean, in math, I was never a math person, but then all of a sudden in college, I get in and I start actually reading the book and doing the examples and not like using calculators and Wolfram Alpha for everything, and it clicks. And I'm like a math person. Like, I get coding. I want to be a computer scientist now. That's what my major is. I get like hundreds on all my tests, and it's ridiculous, and it's amazing, but it's really great. How do I play all these games, upload them, and still stay in school? Well, while you're on here watching a live stream, I am making videos. I don't watch TV anymore. I watch YouTube videos to stay current with what's going on. I really like the Yogscast, and I like CNanners. He is my idol. But I mean, I only watch YouTube when I'm eating, so I kind of use that as my break time. But it's just, I stay productive. I'm always doing something. I woke up at 5:30 this morning, and I'm awake at 12:30 at night. Long days and short sleeping hours, but it's worth it because I really love where my life is at right now. It's really great, and this just got really sentimental, really deep. Yeah, you know, I did a few girlfriend videos with Bernadette in them, and probably won't be happening again just because there's so many creepy guys out there, and I don't want to expose her to the internet. It's just gross. I'm fine out here because you guys are like, oh, I want to fuck you in the ass and all that kind of weird stuff. But I'm okay with that. I like it. I want it. Not really, but it's okay with me because it's me. You know, I'm putting myself out there, of course, because I'm making videos, but I just, you know, she's my girlfriend. I don't really want her to be, you know, hit on by all these random internet guys saying that she has porn star eyes and all this garbage. But, yeah, so looking forward to Mass Effect 3 at all. You don't even know me, son. Kind of. I never really played Mass Effect 2. Actually, I did. I played it through. I did. But, yeah, I'll play it. You guys want to see a Let's Play? I can maybe do a Let's Play. The game I'm really looking forward to is the new Hitman... what is it? Hitman Absolution? Hitman Absolution. What do I use to record Bandicam? Go and check out my how to make League of Legends videos. And that's on my channel. I don't remember how long ago I made it. Scroll through my videos and you'll find it. It's a how-to. It's a little chalkboard with how-to on it. Very creative. Any SWTOR vids coming soon. Would be looking forward to them if you make some. I got level 50 on my Imperial Agent. Just, the game fell short for me. You know, I'm looking forward to, oh my god, guys, Guild Wars 2. I'm so excited. Guild Wars 2 is going to be the best. I'm excited. Can't wait to play it. I'm going to be doing a lot of content on there for you guys. But SWTOR, I haven't played a lot recently. It's been about 2 weeks since I've logged on. And I know some of you guys are going to be like, why you waste money on subscription? I don't know why you have that accent, but because I had faith in the game. I put a little bit too much faith, bought a month of it, and kind of fell short for me. But, yeah. Oh, that's a good question. When are you going to start uploading vids with Mr. Miet? Trying to. Whenever we get a chance to record. We have different schedules at school, so it's really hard to get a time when we're both available. But we both have the same spring break, if I'm not mistaken. So the 3rd through the 10th, maybe we'll get the whole series recorded. I'm not making any promises because I never know what's going to happen with the, you know, when you bring other people into the equation, it's a constant random variable you can't really control. With me, at least, I can give some kind of projection. But, yeah, other times you never really know. Yes, Matt has 2 accounts, 3 Bears and Brolf. So those are both, if you see him in the videos, that's what it is. Let's see. Anything else, my friends? I'm ready to go to bed. It's been a long day. This is my long day at school. I haven't, like I said, I didn't get back until 9:30. Left the house this morning at 5:30 a.m. and I'm just like, see you, Sergeant Gutless. Hope you have a good night. You know, I think this is a good time to end it. I mean, you know, there's not much else to do. I'm gonna let this render. I'm probably gonna start the upload tonight, and then I'll have it available in the morning, so you guys can go and watch it. You guys can be like, yeah, I freaking helped him make that when I was watching him record it. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys want to go and tomorrow check out this, leave a comment saying, hey, go check out the live stream, because this will also be uploaded tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. So I'm going to go to Video Manager. I'm going to go to my live stream. Live events. Where you at? There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Legend Commentaries, bringing you a live stream. I want to wish you all a delightful evening. Thank you for joining me on this journey through making a video. I've finally shared the entire process, shown you that it does take quite a bit of time, so keep that in mind when you're requesting guides willy-nilly. But I love you all just the same. Farewell, have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you soon.